Hello, this is Jen Nami Padgett with the Dear Nami Brodcast on the Everyday Priestess Channel. So today I have a question. It comes up a lot. This is just a general question that I get as I'm doing priestessing work. And uh, it basically is really about how do you stay grounded when the rest of the world is going crazy. And we have a lot of things going on politically, and it doesn't matter what party or what philosophy you have, everybody's stressed out right now. And we need tools when we're stressed out. And it doesn't have to be just political, it could be anything. We need tools to keep ourselves grounded. And we need the ability to be able to come back to center. I'm just getting off of work and I'm doing this Dear Nami broadcast on a day that I don't normally do it, but I wanted to get it done today because tomorrow my schedule just filled up. So what I'm doing to help mitigate my schedule for tomorrow is I have a little extra time today, so I'm doing my Dear Nami. That's one of the things that I do to keep myself grounded, is just keep my schedule at a reasonable pace when I can. And I also earlier this week dropped a few things off of my plate because I realized how stressed out I was getting over it. And it just like there were things that I felt like I needed to get done before the end of the year, and some things I wanted to get started, and it was just causing a lot of stress. And obviously, when we're stressed out, we can't really sit or remain in a grounded frame of mind. So, one of the key things that you can do is try to drop things off your plate. And I was just talking about this with a friend earlier, that I actually dropped 4 things off of my plate. But then I was thinking about one, it just was kind of like filling up. I don't know, just there was in my heart center, I had a regret that I dropped it. So I decided, okay, well, I really want to do that thing. So I'm going to add it back in, but I'm not going to hold myself to this deadline of the end of the year. And that makes it a lot better for me. So yeah, number one thing that you can do is take things off of your plate. And you can keep yourself grounded with doing some regular meditation or mantra. I started with a mantra. We're going to go back about 25 years now. When I first took a meditation class, and that class was a day long, and we learned all about mantras and how a mantra can be used to center ourselves. And I really felt silly doing it at first. There was only one rule really that they gave us, and they said to use something that has been spoken over and over and over the courses of the times, in like, a millennia, like some years and years that we go back. So a lot of times a mantra will have a religious connotation. I chose a mantra that is Buddhist because at the time I really was into and studying Buddhism, and it really felt like close to my heart. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. That's the one that I chose. I knew that it was going to be easy for me to remember. We used this mantra throughout that day-long course that I was at. And I left there a little bit skeptical that it was going to work for me. But I decided I'm going to try it. So one of our instructions were to say the mantra whenever you think of it, like while you're doing the dishes, maybe while you're driving, at night before you go to sleep, and start to embed that into your being. And that's what I did. I started to say it to myself all the time. Sometimes I would say it out loud, but a lot of times I was just repeating it in my head silently. And it caught on. It really did. And it didn't really even take that long, maybe a month or two. So a month or two of practice that I did way back 25 years ago still serves me to this day. And if I can't sleep, or if I'm stressed out, or if something is happening in my world that I just am all over the place, I can quickly center myself. It's been the number one tool that I've used in my life to be able to do that. Om Mani Padme Hum. It just takes me right back to center now that I did the practice, and it just takes me back to where I need to be when I say it. And over the course of the last 25 years, sometimes it's dropped off. Sometimes I haven't used it for a couple of years. But it's like immediately if I think of it, it takes me into a spot that is very calming and relaxing for me. And I think it's a practice that you should consider if you're watching this and you're needing grounding and you're needing to have a tool that can help you center yourself right away. Because when things are crazy and there's a lot of things going on in our life, we need something. We need something to help us. And that's one of the things that we can do to help us. And can you imagine, speaking of what's going on politically, can you imagine if everybody had some kind of spiritual practice or a mantra or meditation that they were doing every day? And if everyone was able to get to the Zen point in their life, in their being, in their everyday actions, would we even be having political strife? Would we be having some of the military actions that are going on? I don't know. I don't think so. If we all had some way to ground ourselves, then I think our lives in general would be a lot more peaceful. So that's my tip for the day. Get a mantra. Some people use make me an instrument of thy peace. Some people use Hail Mary full of grace. Some people use a Hindu prayer. It can be anything. It's better if it's a little bit shorter, I think, because for me, I found that it was easier to implement instead of worrying in my head about a long poem or prayer. But yeah, if you do pick something that's time honored and spoken, there's magic in those words and all the people who've spoken it before you. That's what helps create the energy around it. So it's important that you do find something that has been spoken throughout the times. Okay, that's all I have for today. If you have any questions that you would like to submit to me that I can answer for you during Dear Nami, my contact information is below. My current email is JLPnami, Nami, @gmail.com. And also stay tuned because there's a lot of things coming up. There are some things I didn't take off my plate. So stay tuned for that because after the beginning of the year, there will be some new offerings and some ways to reach me and get in touch that weren't available before. Okay, bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.